Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is December the 14th, 2025. We're going to be talking about Saturday night's main events. John Cena, I don't need that. John Cena's last show, ladies and gentlemen. I got some notifications I need to move. John Cena's last match, his retirement just happened. Well, it didn't just happen, it was a couple hours ago. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, we had legends showing up. We got Mark Henry showed up, Rob Van Dam, everybody that kind of faced John Cena and had big rivalries. I am upset that The Rock didn't show up, Edge didn't show up. I think Edge because of AEW, and they don't really trust AEW very much, so maybe that's the reason why they didn't ask AEW guys. But they did mention Jim Ross when Michael Cole was giving shout-outs to all the commentary guys that he teamed up with to commentate the matches of John Cena, like Taz, Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler, Corey Graves, and all those people. And he was happy to do that. And ladies and gentlemen, we had even celebrities saying congrats to John Cena, like Tom Brady, the guy that played Shane on The Walking Dead. He was in the audience. So a lot of people was there because Cena made friends with a whole bunch of people in the WWE and celebrities. He had an impact for everybody because remember, he's an actor and he was a wrestler. He was both. Now he's just an actor. But ladies and gentlemen, we heard that Cena will still be part of WWE with the Legends contract, like almost every legend has in the WWE, where they will show up anytime they want. Like if it's a WrestleMania, they will show up. If it's an anniversary show, he will show up. It's just he's not going to have a match. He's going to just be there for the pop that people want to see John Cena, right? So he's not officially gone. He's just retired from in-ring. He's not retired from the WWE. He's just retired from in-ring. He's not going to do this anymore. He's not going to be wrestling anymore. Because I guess it's just too much for his body. It's understandable. It is understandable why he's doing it. Because some people do it until they can't move again. Because their body's so sore. And even doing some get it checked out from doctors, sometimes that doesn't work. Because you did it too long and you have this much problems in your body that you can't get rid of. So Cena is a smart person because he could still do it. He had a great match. He's not like Goldberg. That match nobody really cared for because Goldberg couldn't wrestle because he was too dang old. Cena was in his 40s, almost in his 50s, in his last match. Goldberg was like in his 60s and had his last match. Almost in his 60s, right? I think, am I wrong about this? Am I wrong? How old is Goldberg? Because he did the match 2024. So let's minus one. Let's minus a year. So he's 58. So he was 57. When did he do this Saturday Night's Main Event? Wasn't it 2025? It has to be 2025, right? I could look it up here. When did he have his last match? In 2025? On October 5th, 2024. And then we're on my championship. No, he had it in 2025. Raw, he returned, confronted Gunther, and had a match at Saturday's Main Event in 2025. So it's like the beginning of 2025. July 12th. So it was in the middle of it. It was in the summer. So I think he was 58. How old? When is his birthday? December 27th. So he was 57. He was 57, I believe. Because his birthday is like in December 27. I think he was 57 right now. I think he's still 57. No, it says he's 58. So I guess he was 58 that year. This year. And then, because it's December now, it's not the 27th yet, he's going to be 59. So he's almost in his 60s. And Cena is in his, starting to be in his 50s. So it's a little more. I think Cena was more smarter because the guy could still wrestle. The guy could still move around and doesn't look like he has a broken back every time. But yeah, there's a lot of people upset. People cried because this is the last time we see Cena as a wrestler. We don't know when is the next time we will see John Cena because these Legends contracts, you don't know when you're going to see these wrestlers ever again. It has to be a big show that they show up again. So we don't know when that is. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a little upset about the ending of John Cena's match. I will tell you guys more about that when we get there. But, ladies and gentlemen, we had a segment. Stephanie McMahon was talking about John Cena and all that stuff, but she got interrupted by The Miz because he crashed out. He is upset because he doesn't have a match at Saturday Night's Main Event. He's not facing John Cena. He says, I'm wearing the same attire where I beat John Cena at WrestleMania 27. He was upset. And then R-Truth comes out and he says, I saw what you did with Nick Aldis' balls. You remember when he did, he switched the balls for the opportunity because Sheamus was injured, so he has to find a replacement for LA Knight's opponent. And Nick Aldis was distracted talking to R-Truth, and The Miz took the ball from Nick Aldis' hand and gave him his ball, and it said The Miz. But R-Truth has that ball, and Miz grabs that ball, and he opens it up, and he reads the name, and he said his name. If you say his name, he appears. Joe Hendry comes out. And ladies and gentlemen, The Miz saying stop cheering, and he pushed R-Truth. And then he was about to, he tried to attack Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry did punches, fallaway slam. They did the turnaround thing. R-Truth wanted to do it with Mr. Joe Hendry. And they did the double, you can't see me, the fashionable knuckle, and the standing ovation onto Mr. Miz. So that was pretty funny for The Miz. Miz, welcome to WWE. And they did say Joe Hendry, the NXT's superstar, so he's not a TNA superstar anymore. Well, we have a champion versus champion match. To start up the show, we have Cody Rhodes versus Obafemi, NXT champion versus the undisputed WWE champion. Pretty decent match. Obafemi was trying to destroy Cody Rhodes. He did an uppercut, and made Cody Rhodes go over the announce table. Crazy. But the winner of this match was Cody Rhodes by disqualification because of Drew McIntyre. He comes out and attacks Cody Rhodes, and then, ladies and gentlemen, he had a face-to-face with Obafemi. Oba's upset. Drew McIntyre is yelling at him. Obafemi shoves him down, and then, ladies and gentlemen, we have a double team between Cody Rhodes and Obafemi, and then Cody Rhodes has some respect and throws the NXT Championship to Obafemi, and then they shook hands and hold each other's arms up. We have Soruka with Zarya will be versing Bayley with Laura Bakira. It was a pretty decent women's match. But the winner of that match, and I'm surprised this even happened, Soruka defeated Bayley. Wow, with a soul snatcher. She gets the win. Does that mean that Soruka might be coming to the main roster whenever she's done with this whole thing with Zarya? And then, ladies and gentlemen, we got AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Jamal Evans, the NXT superstar, and the X Division champion, TNA's X Division champion, Leon Slater. I feel happy that Michael Cole is talking about the TNA X Division history. They talk about AJ Styles was the first ever X Division champion and all that stuff, and they're talking about the youngest champion, Leon Slater, and all that stuff. I'm happy that they're talking about TNA in the WWE. That was a long await for TNA to have. That talk, man, they need that. They need that. That WWE is mentioning their company. They're a small little company, but the biggest millionaire company is talking about their small little company. That's what they need. That's what AAA needs. That's what TNA needs. That's all the independent wrestling needs. Yeah, AEW is doing the same thing with some other independent wrestlers in companies. But is it really helping them? Is it really helping them? Because AEW has not mentioned other people's companies. You know what I mean? Like, they're talking about when they're doing the ID prospects things on Evolve, they're showing independent wrestlers where they wrestled, and when they have video packages where they wrestled and all that stuff. AEW, the only ones they're talking about is CMLL and Ring of Honor, but AEW bought Ring of Honor, so it's not a separate company. It's the same company. It's AEW's. So yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent tag team match. High flying. Everybody was going crazy. AJ Styles almost botched himself and hurt himself. Trying to do a phenomenal forearm, but he missed. He slipped on the ropes. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was the World Tag Team Champions, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. They shook hands. Everybody shook hands and raised each other's arms up. And salute for John Cena. And ladies and gentlemen, we have Gunther versus John Cena. This was Cena's retirement match. And ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. And the fans went nuts for John Cena. Stu is getting the last video of John Cena because every time Cena comes out, he said, let's go to work and all that stuff. But Cena said, this is the last time. Let's go to work. So Stu always been part of this whole thing. Because John Cena, the last couple of years, always talks about Stu. And he looks at Stu and says, let's get to work. Every time he comes out. So yeah, it was a pretty decent match. Gunther looked dominant. John Cena looked dominant. Everybody looked dominant. Gunther tried to do submission multiple times. It didn't work out. John Cena got out of it. But at the end, when Gunther had the submission on John Cena once again, you saw John Cena smiled and he tapped. People are upset that he lost. I already knew he's going to lose because Cena wants... The reason why he's letting a young guy wrestle him is for them to win. Like, if it was LA Knight, he's going to win. It doesn't matter who won this tournament. They're going to win this match against John Cena. I never thought Cena's going to win this match. I never thought that. I never thought he will win this match because that's what Cena wanted. He wants the young guys to outshine John Cena right now because he's passing the torch. Remember, he's passing the torch to the young guys. That's why there's a whole bunch of young guys and some guys that never got that torch yet, like Nick Neville or Zack Ryder. They didn't get that yet. And they're still young. They're still doing their things. But John Cena's passing the torch to the young guys, the young generation that will be here for decades. Or if they get fired, they will be in other wrestling companies for decades. But that's what John Cena wants to do. I'm not upset that he lost. I'm upset how the ending happened where he smiled and he tapped. He didn't pass out. He tapped. Cena never taps. Cena never taps. He never tapped out in his dang whole career. But now he wants to tap out. He smiled and when he was doing his thingy bob or whatever they call it. When everybody came out and he was saying his goodbyes to the fans, he knew that they're not going to like it. The fans are not going to like it. He knew it wasn't going to happen. That the fans going to like the ending. Because that was a horrible ending. To me, it was a horrible ending. The guy, I didn't care if he wins or he doesn't win. Make him because what he did with Gunther, it doesn't make him a dominant guy. You didn't make him tap out, Gunther. He tapped out because he wanted to tap out. Not because you're choking the living hell of the guy. He tapped out because he wants to tap out. He didn't look like he was getting hurt. He smiled to the camera and he tapped out. Gunther, it wasn't because of you, my friend. You're nothing. You're nothing. It's just like how Gunther tapped out to Jey Uso when Jey Uso got the choke like in seconds, and he tapped out like a little baby. That's what John Cena did. I think he just wanted to win because everybody wants Cena to win. And I already knew he's going to lose. I even told my family, when they keep asking me, do you think Cena's going to win last night? No, he's not going to win because Cena said it multiple times. I'm the one watching the show. I know what he wants. He wants the young guys to outshine him. So the only thing I didn't like is the ending. But I like the tribute to John Cena. They had a video package of John Cena. John Cena was watching the video package. And it's all what he did on his whole career. It's all the people that he met. All the people that loves John Cena. It's emotional. And then we got Cody Rhodes and CM Punk giving the world titles to John Cena for the last time. And that he could show up to the fans and let them cheer. He hugged Triple H. The fans went nuts and hated Triple H because he's the boss. And people think that Triple H made the ending. I guess Triple H didn't make the ending. John Cena made the ending. So not a lot of people are happy about it. But yeah. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. It's going to be a weird WWE with no John Cena around. Because now we know that it could be years since Cena comes back. Because he's not going to be in any wrestling matches. He's not going to be a surprise entrance to the Royal Rumble. But just like the other legends, Kurt Angle, when is the last time you saw Kurt Angle? Like a year ago? Something like that? A year? 2 years ago? I don't know. I don't remember. It will be a long time. But I think and remember, John Cena is an actor, so he's going to have a busy career of busy days ahead of himself when he's going to be acting. Because now he's an actor and he doesn't have any other business that he has to worry about, so now he's just worried about the acting. Just like Batista. I'm surprised Batista didn't show up, because Batista is one of the top rivalries. I'm surprised. But The Rock did put a video out on social media, and he wished Cena the very best. Everybody wished Cena the very best. So Cena thought, yeah, people are not going to like this, but I give it all I could. He doesn't want to get hurt, and I guess he knows that Gunther chokes out people really badly, so he doesn't want that to happen to him. But as fans, we want to see Cena fight. We want to see him lose because of the person. Because of his opponents. Not because you want to tap out. Because of the opponents. But, yeah. It wasn't the best ending, but it was a great send-off to John Cena. Even Goldberg didn't get that much send-off. But I think he did get the aftermath, but because of NBC, the network, it was a TV network right now. Yesterday, it was not on a TV network. It was on a Peacock, it was on an app, and it was on YouTube. So they could put it on longer they wanted to, because they don't have a time limit. Not like every other networks. If you're going to say your show is 3 hours, it has to be 3 hours. And then, it gets taken off. I think that's what they made a mistake with Goldberg's, because it was everybody wants to see Goldberg send off his speech. Cena didn't have a speech, but everybody wants to see those type of things. It's emotional. It's your last time seeing this person, and then boom, new TV show on because they're running out of time. So yeah, I think that's why they did it on Peacock and YouTube and not on any TV network, is because they don't know how long it's going to be. How long they're going to have the cameras out for. So, how long John Cena is going to do his farewell stuff. Saying his goodbyes. We don't know. So, yeah, maybe that's the reason why they did it, how they did it. Some people are not happy because it was on YouTube and all that stuff. Everybody has YouTube. Everybody has YouTube, right? Everybody. Even in the United States, I think everybody has Peacock because there's all these type of shows, right? Everybody has these. Peacock is like Netflix in the United States. Everybody has it because everybody in international has Netflix. Everybody in the United States has Netflix too, because in this world now, nobody really cares about live TV. They care about live streaming. Yeah, I see a whole bunch of Twitch streamers, live streamers. There's a lot of them. There's some TV shows that still makes new episodes, but there's a lot of those live streamers. Even my brother watches. He doesn't watch TV. He watches these live streamers. So yeah, everybody does it. Everybody. This is how the world is. If you want to watch TV, you watch it on a live stream. Because people live stream almost everything now. That's what they do. Everybody live stream everything. People live stream video games. People live stream their life. They live stream TV shows, movies, everything that you could think of. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys Tuesday for Monday Night Raw results, the aftermath of Saturday's main events. And now they're going to worry about the Royal Rumble. Because the Royal Rumble, maybe not, because Royal Rumble is like on the 31st of January. So maybe they won't worry about. I think there's another Saturday's main events happening before the Royal Rumble. But I don't think there's any other PLE that is big than Saturday's main events. I don't think there is a big one, is there? NXT New Year's Eve is not a PLE. That's a special episode of NXT. That's not a PLE. I think that's it. I think so. I don't really think Saturday's main event is a PLE show. So. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below. And I will see you guys Tuesday for Monday Night Raw results. Bye!